applications that you have. Now, they do have to be enabled for 3D Touch, but if they are, what you have to do is just press with a little more force on the app and also for a little bit longer. And what it'll do is it'll pop up a quick menu of quick access links, so like battery. You can launch the battery from there and access low power mode, which we'll talk about a little bit later on in the video. You can also do quick links on Safari, such as show reading list, bookmarks, new private tab, new tab, on your phone, on music. You can even do it on the camera app, like so. Take a selfie, record a video, record slow-mo. And like I showed you earlier, you can also use 3D Touch on the control center on certain aspects as well.
Additional settings, press the enter button. And I'm going to go down to the very bottom where it says Bluetooth audio, and I'm going to press OK. And there it says Bluetooth audio devices, so I'm going to again press the enter button, and it says there it needs to pair with the device that you want. Now with these speakers here, I just need to turn them on and they will enter into the pairing mode because I haven't got them paired to anything else. You will see they will go between blue and red. So hopefully now within about a few seconds it says there TTBH03 needs pairing, and that's what these particular speakers are called. So again, I'm just going to go to OK or the enter button, and it says up there pair and connect. So again, I'm just pressing the enter button. Now it says connecting to TTBH03. And already now I can hear the sounds coming through my headphones. And it says there that it's connected. So that's that bit there. So let's just go down to close. And I just want to show you one other thing which is handy to do. If you then go to this section here and go to sound effect, if you go down to headphone surround and turn that to on, it really does make their Bluetooth headphones sound really good. So check out the settings on your TV because different TVs will have different settings. But there we go, so I've turned headphones surround sound on headphones, and now if I exit that there, it's no longer coming through the TV, it's purely coming through the speakers here.
This here.
So you can use the volume control on the speakers themselves to make it louder and more quiet.
And how the caterpillar
That's nice and loud now.
into a chrysalis is no exception.
And nice and quiet. And then when we go to turn it off, the sound will come back through to the TV again. These are now off. And there we go. When you go to the volume, it will come back through on the TV.
A while ago, I did a video on this little device. This is the Tuñón Bluetooth transmitter and receiver, and it supports a pretty current version of Bluetooth and also supports aptX, which is a better quality version, better quality codec used for Bluetooth. And this really just allows you to have Bluetooth where it doesn't exist. So if you have a device that doesn't have Bluetooth but that has...
To my favorite tunes. What did we find? Bluetooth audio is in better shape than I thought it was. In general, this hierarchy holds true, from best at the top to less good moving down the list. There are some important points to note though. When testing LDAC under optimal conditions, it scores an easy victory. It's really difficult to fight such a substantial data transmission advantage, even with better compression. And LDAC does properly succeed in maintaining a significant amount of my original 24 and 32-bit audio files. Instead of the normal fallback argument that humans can only hear a certain range, LDAC almost matches cabled 32-bit DACs in terms of fidelity. Playing back a simple frequency curve from 10 Hz to 30 kHz, the FIO using LDAC was scientifically more accurate through the low end than my LG V40 connected directly to a cable. We are talking about mostly infrasound, and I happen to believe that the frequencies we can hear will be affected by frequencies of degradation in quality. Under similar distance testing, aptX HD seemed to maintain a more stable connection at that top data rate. aptX HD does not deliver the throughput to produce a lossless audio experience, and it will truncate the frequency range to near CD quality. But we are at a point where even listening to high-quality 24-bit audio, I think only the most nuanced
micro USB into this side here, and then you find out where your USB ports are. So again, on this TV we've got a couple of USB ports here, and we're just going to charge it up from the USB port. So with this transmitter, it works wireless charging. So right now you can see the red
look to the final product. At the end, at the terminations where the plugs, the connectors will be attached to the cable, I'm going to also add 2 shrink wrap, which will consolidate the terminations of the cable where they meet the connectors. That's it. Let's get going. So the first thing we need to do, obviously, is to eliminate this part of insulation of this cable, which is a high quality Teflon typology. As you can see,
phone has Bluetooth 4.0 or 4.1 or 4.2, but generally those different iterations of Bluetooth are just slight improvements to things like pairing time and low energy modes, etc. It doesn't really change the way you use it, you just know your phone has Bluetooth. But 5.0, that's a pretty big new number. That seems to signify a sort of a bigger change. So there's a couple things that you should know about it. So what is new with Bluetooth 5.0? There are 3 main things that all enable one pretty dope new feature. So number 1 is it's 2 times faster. So Bluetooth pairing is generally not that quick of a process. You don't have to do it very often, but it's pretty slow. If you're someone like me who's connecting a lot of Bluetooth speakers as I test a bunch of them for a video, then you know that it's not super quick. But doing it with this Galaxy S8 with Bluetooth 5.0 shows a direct advantage of data transferring twice as fast, which is the pairing process is a bit quicker, and there's also less delay. You ever watch a video like on Bluetooth speakers or Bluetooth headphones and like the audio is a little bit behind the video, like someone's talking and then you hear it like a split second behind? It's usually not too bad, but that actually does get solved a bit with Bluetooth 5.0. That delay is a lot smaller. So that's data speed. Number 2 is 4 times the range. That's actually been a real world weakness of Bluetooth, especially in my past. It depends on what pair of headphones you use, but sometimes you can be listening to music in your headphones and you leave your phone in another room, you walk a little bit too far away and it starts cutting out and then eventually stops. That happens like all the time. The theoretical maximum range of Bluetooth 4 was about 50 meters with a direct line of sight, but about 10 meters in everyday use through walls and around corners and around different rooms of a house. So 30 feet tops. So that means you can't get very far away from your phone if you're trying to listen to music, or if you walk around a corner, it's gonna cut out, and that's kind of annoying. Bluetooth 5, like I said, quadruples that max range, so a theoretical maximum of 200 meters with a direct line of sight, or about 40 meters around a house or indoors. So that's 120 feet, that's a legit
Comments or better ways of doing this, please put them below and I'll try and respond to you. I always try and respond to people within about 24, 48 hours. I'm always checking my kind of comments on different videos that I do. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time.
Hello and welcome. This time I wanted to try out something really different. Many people are always complaining that some speakers don't support aptX. They say, aptX sounds so much better, but this speaker does not support it, so I won't buy it. Well, I would really like to know if this makes any difference. Usually I'm streaming from an iPhone 6, which does not
to be true, and I started to forget. It was just so high, just so cruel. How it ruined me, wanting it more than you, and I just can't do all that you put me through. More than a time or two, I just can't do it again.
We could say is perfect. I don't want too much electric current to go through this cable. At this point we must insert this on top of the cable, otherwise we're not going to be able to do that afterwards.